Coach Kidd talked about, he mentioned growth of some of the guys, and your name was one of the first names that he mentioned for growth in his players this season. Could you talk about how you've grown as a player this year as a Maverick?
Offensively, just being able to space the floor a little bit more and be one of those extra decision makers whenever I get the ball and I'm going downhill. And my team just trusts me to play that way and keep going.
You guys have helped Karl Anthony Towns down in this series. What particular things have you done to keep him down?
Just keep as many bodies in front of him. We know he likes to get to his right hand, try to keep him away from that, and just make him shoot over every contestant. Basically 9 times out of 10, make him put the ball on the floor because we don't want him shooting threes.
Mm-hmm. What's your mindset now that you guys are up 3-0, knowing that no team has come back from a 3-0 deficit?
Yeah, my mindset does not change. It's the same thing. We still need one more to get this done. And until that one more is finished, we ain't happy.
You've always talked about being confident in terms of your shooting ability. You was camped down in that right corner, drilling threes last night. How did you feel about where your game is in terms of your shooting based off of what you're being asked to do for this team right now?
I feel good. I feel as good as I did in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
I'm not losing confidence in any of my game. I know what I do well, and my teammates know what I do well. If I miss a shot, it's just one shot. You're not gonna make every shot in your career, so I can care less about missing a shot. I'm gonna shoot the next one.
Where does that confidence come from?
It's just always been inside. I just haven't had the opportunity to play as much, or I haven't had the opportunity for the ball to be in my hands as much.
During this playoffs, you've consistently taken the other team's toughest guy to guard. Have you allowed yourself to think back during this run and say, hey, here's what I did in the first round, and take pride in that, or are you just kind of going one step at a time here?
Yeah, I go one step at a time. I really don't. I don't really look at the previous series. After the last game, I probably watched the last game again and just wash it off. It's done.
Even if you don't look back, do you think it can be a building thing where you had success in the first round, you had success in the second round doing that, and do you think that that's helped you as these series have progressed?
Nah, I just feel like I'm a great defender. That's what I am. I believe that I should have had possibly been on second team on defense if I would have met the requirements. But I'm very confident in my defense, and I trust my defense, and I know what I'm capable of on the defense end. So if I ever get mad at myself on the defense end, it's because I hold myself to a high standard.
Derrick, not to take you too far back down memory lane, but what is it about being a defensive player that you really fell in love with? It all started where I was raised, where I grew up at. I always played against my older brothers and my cousins, and always played against older players, period. And if I wasn't able to guard, I wasn't going to be able to play. So that's why I guess that's where all the defense started.
There are takes of Luka Doncic, talking to all the best players from the series that you faced before, and he's always saying something to them, how much of a trash talker is he that we don't really see?
He's not that much of a trash talker. And I don't even think he was talking trash at those moments. He just loves the game of basketball. He's passionate. He goes out there and he gives it everything that he has. And throughout the course of the game, words are going to be said throughout teams and throughout players, but nobody ever knows what is being said, so we'll never know.
They finally started rotating off the corners, giving you guys some daylight on those shots a little bit in Game 3. Does your process change in terms of how you're thinking about the game when they're actually rotating away from you versus if you have to kind of find other kinds of opportunities if they're sticking to you?
No, they're leaving away from me. I'm open. My teammates going to find me.
Yeah.
I know Luka, Kai, they are fantastic offensively and putting the ball in the rim, and they're they're almost as good at finding their teammates the same way. And that's one thing that Luka and Kai they done this whole season at a high level. They always made sure that they got to their spots, and if they ain't have nothing, they made sure that they got everybody else involved. And that's one thing we always ask them to do.
What's it like for you, DJ, when you got two snipers out there that can get the job done? If you guys need a bucket, Luka and Kyrie can go get it.
It's amazing. You just sit back and sometimes you find yourself watching
But I mean, it's amazing. Like I said before, those two are amazing talents, and they do their job very well.
Derrick, last night when Lively went down, that was obviously a scary moment. How were you all able to stay poised and focused and just keep going forward in that game?
It's the next man up league. I mean, it's sad to say it, but we never want nobody to go down. But D-Live know that we're here and we're gonna hold him down, and we got his back through everything. And we waiting for him to get back. I mean, we don't know what's going on, so we'll assess by tomorrow and see what's gonna happen. And I mean, like I said, it's the next man up league. You gotta be ready whenever your number's called.
Given the pride that you do take in defense, when you were coming up, whether it was high school or college, were there any NBA players that you kind of looked at and thought I could be like that, or patterned your defensive ability after that, or were you just kind of your own guy?
I feel like I was my own person because my build ain't as great as everybody else's. I mean, everybody think I'm skinny, I'm thin, but I'm not weak. Nobody's about to just try to bully me. It's not about to happen. So, I mean, it's just who I am. I just play defense. I love it, and I take pride in it. I don't like when people score on me.
When you go down, which happens a lot because you're on the court, you get up kind of slow. Kind of reminds me of like a running back, kind of walking slowly back to the huddle.
Nah, but once my adrenaline is pumping, I'm good. I fall, I get back up, and no matter what, even if I fall down and I'm down for a second, I'm always get back up and come back.
What was hurting when you popped into the locker room? And I think at the end of the first quarter or second.
Oh no, I just walked to the back and went to the bathroom.
Well, you were blitzing a little bit before that you hit your wrist.
I just had to pee.
I guess that hurt.
Yeah, a little bit. When you ain't go for a long time, it's just you gotta go. When you gotta go, you gotta go. So.
Derrick, how has the season, exceeded your expectations?
For me, I didn't know what to expect coming in, and I mean, Coach Kidd. When I had my interview with Coach Kidd before I signed here, he told me that I had to work for everything that I got, and I mean, I told Coach Kidd, like I told y'all before, it's something that I've always had to do throughout my career, so it's not going to be something that's going to make me be down, make me feel some type of way. So I never been handed anything, so everything that I worked for, I've got it. So I'm just glad to be here.
Why was the 2 trades with PJ and Gap? Why was that the missing links to get you guys to the point you are today?
We had a lot more rim protection with Gaff, D-Live, and I'm going to throw myself in there as well. I mean, PJ, he does a tremendous job on ball, making sure he keep his man out the paint, and I do the same as well. But, I mean, defensively, we have two elite defenders on the wing, and we got 2 elite defenders in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like that's our recipe right there.
Do you feel like you guys not getting enough credit for being good on the defensive end of the floor?
It is what it is. I mean, if we're not getting the credit now, they're gonna realize it later.